Why isn't there a yes and? Yes and. Yes and how can I help you further? Yes and what do you want me to do? Yes and how many days am I going to be missing for? Battle Butler, yes, of course. You know I am more than willing to allow you to murder people on my behalf, but you have to be wearing that outfit. It's now in your contract. Sadly, I'm going to say welcome back to Max Gentleman Sexy Business. Yes, I am playing this immediately after the last episode. Of course I am. We have a date with Vicky to get to. However, I do not know what's going to happen during this date, so we are just going to waffle on for a wee bit just to be safe. We've got a new associate to have. Do we want flat or do we want gun? We want... Max, the money, Max, when did you get industry value? Max, welcome back to the team. When did he get industry? Angel, hi, how you doing? We don't converse enough. I've gone ahead and purchased the executive offices. Yes, this is good. There's more. Yes. I can't buy that yet. That's a lot. Okay. Good to know. Now, I also know how this works now. So, we will pay attention to what we're doing. 43 days. I have 43 days to clear this loan. We are good. We don't need to worry about anything. I presume a minute is done, especially with a wee bit at the beginning of the video, so we can go ahead with the date. Date 4. Has it only been 4 days? Really? Feels like so many more. Businessman, calm down. God. Sir, I want to draw your attention, your afternoon bath as instructed, but the tub seems to be entirely full of live snakes. Vicky's coming over again, isn't she? We'll let her in. Vicky. She knows just the right temperature of snake to put in my bath. Sir, good to see you again. I hope I didn't send too many snakes. I always get snake happy when I'm excited. Why snakes? What are you excited about? Why snakes? What the fuck? Obviously snakes. Moron! What are you excited about here? I'll tell you, the experience we shared the other night proved something to me beyond a shadow of a doubt. Spirits are real, and I have the power to summon them. This knowledge has opened up whole new realms of possibility, including one that I am very much looking forward to exploring with you. We're going to the Shadow Realm. Yeah. You see, I have this book. Vicky whips out a thick tome about the size of a gravestone. The cover appears to be made of scabs. Interesting. Isn't it lovely? It contains a number of enticing rituals, but there is one in particular that piques my fancy. Pique, to stimulate usually someone's curiosity or interest. You don't usually say that someone piques your nipple. No, anyway, it is called the consumption of Zagorniaks. That's how you pronounce that, right? I don't read a lot of consumption. Doing the do. The consummation, sorry. Doing the do. You ever do the do? Consummation. It promises to yield great pleasure to those who perform it with almost no disturbing consequences. My window shut. This date is get wild. The only issue I foresee, besides the innate difficulties in trafficking with ancient and selfish spirits from the world beyond our own, is that the ritual needs a partner. I thought with your aura and all, well, would you do the ritual with me? Pretty please. Obviously, what could go wrong? No way, but I do want you to live your best life, so I'll help you any other way I can. Why isn't there a yes and? Yes and. Yes and how can I help you further? Yes and what do you want me to do? Yes and how many days am I going to be missing for? Oh, quite a lot of things, really. Our souls could evaporate, for one thing. For another, every book I've read says the calling upon ancient evils really dries out the skin, so make sure to moisturise. Maybe just bring the moisturiser with you. We might require it, possibly not. What else? What else? Ah, yes. We'll need to gather a few ingredients for the ritual. I must warn you, these ingredients are not easy to procure. Some of them might require illegal activity, or worse, legal activity. But the reward, if we succeed, that... It's throbbing again. Don't! I say these things, they... That'll make it all worthwhile, I promise. Vicky hands you a list of ingredients. Looks like you need an ounce of fresh snail ejaculate, a towel that was once used to wash the pulp's ejaculate, and a banana covered in ejaculate. An ounce of fresh snail ejaculate. Yep, this one's going to be interesting. Yes, the snail one. Quite tricky, isn't it? Not for me. I'm an expert at getting snails off. Don't feel as though I want to put that on a resume. It's not exactly great being like, hi, I'm on a multitude of well-to-do companies, have a merger going on with incredibly sexy people, and I can milk snails. No. Snails ejaculate. I know, right, but that's what the ritual calls for, so that's what we need. Any ideas as to how we collect enough material? Let's start a brothel for snails. Yes, that way I don't need to be the one milking them. Let's go hunting for the most elusive of prey, the great horny mountain snail. Nope, I want to start a tiny brothel for snails. Intriguing, I have a colleague in Whitechapel. Who might be able to provide a space. But how will we attract customers? Huge pictures of banana slugs. They're basically hot nude slugs. I never thought of this, it's hot nude snail, sorry. I never thought of it that way, but you're absolutely correct. You hire an artist. You bring an artist in and you go, right, bud, sit down, alright? You work for commission, correct? Fantastic. I want you to give me your best slutty slug for our new business. Our new brothel known as the Snail Trail. And paper the alley of Whitechapel with the juiciest slut pics you've ever laid your eyes on. Soon your snail brothel has a line around the block. It moves incredibly slowly, although that's mostly because of how slow it moves. With business booming, you've got more than enough snail fluid for your ritual. My, how fun. Let's see now. How have we gotten everything? You check the ingredient list and you need... Now, I'd just like to say that this is the 4th date, but some of these dates go on for multitude of days. I don't imagine that we suddenly had a fully functioning, well-to-do, everybody's getting theirs snail brothel within a couple of hours. This probably took a year, given how slow the snails go. Did they also ejaculate slow? 2 years. Took us 2 years to get the snail ejaculate. A towel that was once used to wash the pulp. He actually visited the... It's got odd taste. We actually visited the snail brothel, so we already have that. You'd be surprised how many dark rituals call for pulp sweat as a key ingredient. Makes you wonder what demons want with it. Maybe it's a mixer. To swim in it, probably. For watering their lawns, I'd reckon. Maybe it's a mixer. That makes sense. The holy burning sensation is probably like demon liqueur. In any case, how on earth are we to acquire a suitable washcloth? Let's blackmail the paper pal. Let's watch the Pope. I'd rather not. Let's blackmail someone. I know what Vicky likes. Oh, blackmail, my favourite kind of mail. What terrible secret do we know about the Pope's chief bathsman? He's been selling the Pope's bathwater as an aphrodisiac. yeah, just, you know, tier 3 subs you can enter to get some Pope bathwater. Believes that the reign of monarchs is soon to come to an end, and that the people should rise up and tear down this atrocity. He's a Protestant. Nah, I think he's been selling Pope Gamer Girl bathwater. Oh my, that would cause quite a stir if it got out, wouldn't it? Battle Butler. I kind of forgot that I put him in that outfit. But that bulge, man. Have someone's eye out. Hell yeah, it would. That's why it's called blackmail. Slip a threatening letter into an envelope and deliver it to the papal bath lad. Quicker than you would have thought possible, you receive an envelope containing a much-used bath towel. It smells like lilacs and divine retribution. Is there anything else on the list? We have a banana to get. You suggest acquiring a banana, thinking this one will be easy. A cloud passes over Vicky's features. Oh, that's a lucky cloud. Yes, the banana. I was worried about this one as well. If we were in West Africa or the Caribbean or several hundred years in the future, this task would be trivial. Here in Victorian England, however, bananas are particularly unheard of. They simply aren't hardy enough to survive a transoceanic journey. Only a queen could afford to import one. Well, good thing that bitch is dead. Which may just be our only chance. An associate of mine in the local thieves guild has information of a ship that has recently arrived from the Caribbean. Aboard this ship is the British ambassador to the West Indies. He lost all his money in a tragic gambling accident, but he still felt compelled to bring a gift. And so, his ship is laden with bananas. Let's give him like £5 for like the entire ship. Perhaps we could procure some, but how? Boat heist. Dress up as the queen and accept the bananas in her set. Nah, it's gonna have to be boat heist. Of course, as that old saying goes, when life fails to give you lemons, when life fails to give you bananas, steal a boat. Yes, I'm glad you know that one. My shipping company will provide the perfect cover. Once we steal the boat, I'll simply add it to my fleet. No one will be the wiser. God, she's a pirate witch. That's the thing. She's a pirate witch. She's an artist pirate witch. Anyway, you just... But how will we get on board the boat in the first place? We'll pose as boat inspectors. Classic. We'll pose as giant... Yep, giant banana tactic. Here we go. I've been thinking the very same thing, but wasn't sure if we had our own giant banana costume. You put on your giant banana costume, as it's, you know, positioned neatly beside the hamburger one, and lie on the docks until someone in the crew notices you, either slips on you or carries you onto the board with the other bananas. At the agreed upon time, you both stand up and start running around the ship in the banana costume. I like to think that it's like a two-man banana costume, and we just kind of had to like pull the peels up and just be smooshed up against each other. But anyway, everyone assumed the bananas are haunted, and the whole crew freaks out and flees the ship. You're now the proud owner of one brand new banana boat. A boat filled with bananas, not a banana boat. You probably wouldn't have much of a crew on a banana boat. You check the list for the final time, and it looks like you got everything. You turn to the mansion to admire your loot. A soggy rag with snail trails on it, and an entire ship of bananas. Well, that was certainly an adventure. I don't think I've ever been outside for such an extended period of time before. It's nice to go out and do normal things with you. The world seems a bit more bearable with you by my side. I wouldn't say normal. Businessmaid, no one asked you. We're gonna get to you. I want to know what happened at that teaching you how to become a husband in school with Bon Bon. Now all that remains is to wait for the next blood moon and... sir? The Queen's Guard, the Royal Caribbean Embassy, the Pope Force, and several amorous snails are at the door. It's alright, I'll just slip back into the banana costume. They say you have something of theirs? Shall I engage them in glorious combat until blood runs neck high? in that outfit. Battle Butler, yes, of course. You know I am more than willing to allow you to murder people on my behalf, but you have to be wearing that outfit. It's now in your contract. And my soul departs, the tattered remnants of my mortal frame, sir. Don't be silly, it really solves anything when you do that. Because it's happened on numerous occasions. What we need is a sensible solution. Calmly explain that you're only borrowing these things for a satanic ritual. Or run. You choose run. But they already know where you... Too late for rational objections. You grab Vicky by the arm and flee deeper into your mansion. The assembled mob gives chase. Luckily, you anticipated this eventuality. At the heart of your abode is a corridor with doors lining both walls. Thanks to the cunning feat of architecture, one who enters a given door has no way of telling which door they'll exit through. It turns into a regular everyday episode of Scooby-Doo. You enraged pursuers follow you through one door, but when you emerge, it is you chasing them. You follow them through another door, and the whole lot of you come to a pursuit by a majestic elk. 4 doors later, the Pope's men, the Queen's Guard, the snail, the embassy, and the elk are all chasing each other. You step out of the fray and allow them to flee your estate. Non-Euclidean geometry. That is also on my CV. That actually worked, I'm impressed. In any case, as I was saying before we were interrupted by the consequences of our actions, all that remains is to perform the ritual. Today was certainly a trial, but I think that the great pleasure in store for us once the consummation of the Zergoranax is complete. I'll keep these ingredients safe until we meet again. You take care of yourself. I'll need you for the ritual after all. Vicky winks at you. With that, Vicky climbs into her carriage and departs. Who knows what your next meeting has in store? Pleasure, apparently. So we have... Oh! Censorship Peacock. I'm going to click that one for just to see. Censorship Peacock needs to be on the ball with it. But relationship status has been upgraded to sexual. I don't know what that means exactly. But I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Does this go up anymore? Why is it red? Sorry, I changed it to modern. Default. There we go. That's much better. Well, that went places. Wait, actually, Vicky, how many more dates do we have? The final date. We have one final date. One final date. And given what we did for our first date, I think I know where things are gonna go. But anyway, I have a business to run. And boom. Okay, you go there, you go here, and you, well, actually, let's clear this first because we could get rewards. But you right? Yeah. No. There we go. Oh, it's only 6 gold. That's... Drat. Shipping company... Oh, that would put Vicky up to quite a bit. But this is... Do we need to do that first? I don't think we need to do that first. We can do anything we want, after all. Uncommon cane. But we're about to get an uncommon cane shortly. I could do with another one, but we're fine, I think. Let's... You next. What do we have? A gold! Great. I do still have gold. Oh no. Oh, that's right. So it wasn't black. So let's go with... All of those were wrong. So it's not sweet. Milk. It's not mild. It's strong and green. Strong green tea with milk. What do you mean you hate all of it? How can you hate all of them are wrong? Which means it's herbal, none mild? I can't remember now. Hey, we got a cane. I can't put another weapon on that. Oh yeah, that's right. The slots unlock as you increase relationships. I can't get rid of stuff either. Fuck.
Another round.
We will see. We'll see about another round. Give me a sec. I need to figure out what I'm doing. Relationships are just cropping up all over the place. Sir, a circus proprietor and exhibitor of curiosities claims to have a real siren corpse within their display. I'll go purchase it for you. It would be marvellous in your personal, non-peasant allowed private museum. It's surely a fake. Let's craft a better fake to put in the factory and scare employees into working faster. Conclusive proof that such creatures are real. Allow me to go on an expedition to catch us our own. This would be gone for a day, but again too. This... Oh, that thing just means that I gain... Oh, that's not as good as I thought it was. Oh, that kind of sucks. Fuck it, we'll do that one. Guess me most amount of shit. I'll lose 20%. Wow, 20 was 20 was much. Christ. Okay, well, I learned my lesson, I guess. No, I didn't. I never learned my lessons. That's the most redeeming trait about me.
Begin again.
Let's go with Pip. Let's hit the spot. Oh no, I'm not good at this one. Oh, she's actually, that's why she's so good at fighting as well. She's fucking ripped as well. Right, focus up, focus up. Right, here we go, here we go. Right? I did it! Now, where were we? 2! I'm the bestest. I think the problem I had last time was I looked at where the dialogue option was, not everything else.
I'm done for now.
So I've discovered a pile of poor people living in an unused wing of the office. Let's put them to work. I'll call the police. I'll kindly escort them off the premises. Gain, lose. Gain, lose. Lose. Oh god, it's just bad news bears everywhere. I really shouldn't have taken that thing. Can I just not choose one at all? I would like that option, preferably. Wait, do I not get 2, 1, nothing? Okay, I'd lose 20. I need the least amount of loss, so we'll go with this one. We're calling the police, I guess. God damn it! I wish I hadn't taken that fucking item, feat, whatever you want to call it. Anton Hardmeat smut. Anton Hardmeat. Just robes in a heartbeat. Still has the hat. Okay. Here's your smut. Good for you. And on with the day. Are you wearing a hat and a shower? Maybe it's like a... Oh! Summer and Bonbon. Summer, I have a bone to pick with you. You brought your own? Very polite of you, but please, you're a guest. You should share one of mine. I think that's the first time we've seen a blush on that woman's face. What does my headphones do to stop? Not what I meant, but hold that thought. Summer cracks a previously unseen whip. It's unclear where it came from, but she appears more comfortable now. Tonight, I reclaim my title as topmost top in all London. This city isn't big enough for 2 power tops. I have to disagree. London is huge, and I'm clearly a power switch. Switch all you please. I take no issue with your bottoming. In fact, I endorse it. But there's no top that tops me. I'm here to drag you all the way to the bottom, Miss Von Valentine. I mean, this is what I mean. Interesting conversations. What was I expecting when these two became friends? Of course this would be the argument. I'm a top. No, I'm a switch. That's fine, but I am the top. Okay. Really seems like a bit of a waste, wouldn't you agree? Why deprive the people of all I have to offer? I'm icing on the cake that is London. I'm on top and all over it, and sometimes I've even nestled betwixt its layers. Adulatus then pistols at dawn. Not dawn. If I can see you in clear view, I may be unable to bring myself to harm your perfectly maintained hide. Summer, I know you're a fan of the performative arts, but you can be so dramatic sometimes. These ladies, I mean, honestly. You seem unaware of the gravity of the situation. Whensoever and whomsoever you top, you impinge upon my personal brand. Oh my, but I would never want to harm your personal brand. What's that sarcasm? I legitimately couldn't tell. I'm deadly serious. From the power bottom of my heart, I understand. But can we solve this? This is a simple matter of marketing. We'll tweak your message so as you really reach your core audience. We should make an IP's creative and districts. There should erase any sense of competition here. Seems like a lot more work than shooting at each other, but you're making sense. Excellent, let us target your branding so we'll never find ourselves in competition for bottoms again. Now, how do you like your bottoms? Soft and tender like Gun Moses? Or do you prefer the kind of ass you can jump on like a pummel horse, such as that of Penny Farthing? I guess it depends on my mood. And what is your mood right now? It's soft, but substantial. Someone who can bite back. I see, I see. So that explains your particularly sharp style of dress. Your wardrobe seems to shout, I'm the knife lady and I'm looking for my sheath. Oh, wherever I go for a warm, welcoming sort of simmer. Like a hot stew that would like to put in my mouth right now. Next, let's work on your speciality. I'll use myself as an example. I'm flexible. I'm open to trying most things. In fact, I've already tried most things and I've personally invented a few things myself. I'll keep my hands soft and my fingernails filed down to round tips and This feels like training. This feels like a training video on welcome to the world of kink. You know, if you're a switch, there's just a few things that you need to take into mind. I am formerly trained oil painter and pianist. Good God, that is a lot of manual dexterity. It's actually like the gloves are just self-moisturizing. What do you pretend to bring to your table? What's your hook? Well, an anal hook, as well as my hook is that I am Summer fucking Starling. And Summer rips the sleeves from her bodice and flexes her deltoid. Why is everybody ripped? I have never felt more disappointed in myself than this game. Everybody's hot, everybody's ripped, everybody's fucking everybody else, everybody's got money. I hate my life. Yeah, I continue to play it. Like pauldrons made of solid muscle. I can certainly work with that. Those strong shoulders aren't strictly necessary for topping. A bottom would find greater value in having powerful deltoids and triceps, considering how often we hold onto headboards and walls. Headboards and walls. Summer, dear. Clap, clap. You're getting distracted again. But pay no mind to how adept you would naturally be at bottoming. That's not what we're here to discuss. Last question. If you could communicate just one piece of information to your core demographic, what would it be? I can't take it anymore. I beg of you, tell me before I explode. I like how Vicky and Penny were just like, you seem upset. I'm not upset. There's this bitch. Okay. Let's curse her. Whereas with these two, it's basically just sexual tension. I know what's going on. And then eventually Summer collapses. That should work that. Mixed messages will only confuse your audience. And you'll want to use more power words like hostile takeover or synergize or merger. Really hammer home your intentions. Propose a merger. Synergize your face with my ass. Gladly, but your brand! Your flexibility seems to be rubbing off on me. I'd like to try switching things up. Literally. Now hostily take over my ass with your face. Message received loud and clear. They're very, very close friends. Lunchtime. Let's go with Max, because you'll be easier to level up. Challenge you a butler battle. Ah, good old butler battles. It's been a while. Alright, calm down. It's the first shot. It's like something went wrong quickly. Well, that was a quick date. Thanks, Max. Thanks for coming out. See you later, bud. Anyways. Oh. Pep Whipple climbs the creaky steps to the attic of the strange manor where Vicky lies on the floor covered in bats. As she so often does. She's been invited over and everything. Sorry, I didn't intend to interrupt. I did intend to arrive early, however, just to see what you meant when you said hanging out with the girls all morning. The bats rise. Rise off Vicky. Cue politely and fly single file out the nearby window. They're nice girls. That's alright. The conversation was drying up anyhow. You said you needed some help with crimes. Here's the problem. I feel as though one wants to stop the crimes and the other one wants to start the crimes. Yes, I think it's high time to call in some supernatural assistance. Could we petition a spirit to amplify my abilities? Sounds like a pleasant afternoon. I'll get my Solodex. Vicky turns on her side and whispers into the floorboards, which creak and curl upward as though pried by an unseen crowbar. A cloud of black moss fly from the hole in the floor. They encircle Pip for a moment, then suddenly drop dead. Vicky reaches deep into the hole, pulls out a small leather-bound address book and sits up to flip through it. I could get you in touch with Criminalia, demi-goddess of righteous crimes. Does that sound good? Yeah. She guides the worthy to achieve their crimes and then also through the following question is applied. What? That's not what I want to talk to. Not quite you need. Let's see. Why don't I conjure up Maleficence, the powerful spirit of getting away with shit? Why would I want to get away? I have nothing with which I must get away. Obviously, I don't want the power to commit crimes. I want the power to put criminals behind bars. This is unlike you, but sure. What Alex snide we dig, like, you don't actually get any. Fine, anyway. I guess there's Narcissus, the demon of servile obedience to the state. I'm certain he'll grant you aid. He's miserably unpopular, so his schedule is wide open. Do you have an attorney? They should be present for this. Wait, back up a minute. What do you mean this is unlike me? Fighting crime is my entire existence. I am the most crimeless of citizens. I hate crime. Crime is the worst. Pep, you're constantly committing crimes. Oh no. Pep has become the one thing she despises most. Explain yourself. How can you have such an incorrect view of me? I feel that I've been very clear about my dislike of crime. Well, you know, you say that you want to be a cop. No, I want to be a private detective. Completely different. She's so excited. I work outside the system. Twice the results, half the red tape. Some of it isn't particularly legal. I'm starting to see the loophole. Case in point, sneaking past a person's servants and searching their cellar for evidence counts as a crime. But Max said I could pop over anytime, so I pop over his hedges and break into his cellar on occasion. My other friends have also agreed to this, though maybe not in so many words. Perhaps they meant announce yourself and enter through the front door, not lurk in my home for hours. But I thought you like when I lurk. I do. Your corpse-like presence both unsettles and allures me. However, I'm not sure that the same could be said for our friends or anyone else, really, and I doubt very much that your arrangement would hold up in court. Vicky, you got this all wrong, but I can understand why you're confused. I can explain. It's okay to do those things if you're one of the good guys. Sure. I hate to be the one to break this to you, but the people who say that those things aren't actually the good guys. But my mum says that. This is dismissible, dismantling my worldview. I need to lie down. I hate crime, but I do crimes. I love law, but I also love to break them. Who am I? What am I? I just want to be one of the good guys. It sounds like you want to add the sum of good in the world. That's noble. Sometimes you have a warped idea of what that means and what you ought to do to get it, but you're still learning. I'm tired of learning. It's difficult and it feels bad. But I want to be a good person more than I want to be comfortable. Very well. Let the self-development begin. If you'd like, I could reach out to Bill Dungs Roman. Got that one. Guardian spirit of the arduous personal journey. He doesn't confer powers onto the conjurer. He just nods sympathetically, pats your back, and agrees that life is difficult. That sounds nice, actually. Thanks. God. Anyway, moving on. I think I'm going to end it here for today. We're getting some nice dialogue going with all these characters. It is really interesting. I'm very curious as to see what's going to happen in the third arc, because they've been very clever with it. Like, the dialogue that happened in the first act of the game was perfectly fine. As soon as we got into the second act, there's all this conversations that you can have between other characters. So I am interested to see if the third arc will just be business all day, every day, and just wrapping up the last of stuff that you've done, or if they're going to add even more to the third part, because this is definitely interesting. But however, I am going to end it here for today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, batter the subscribe button, like the video, keep your banter in the section down below, all that jazz. I'll catch you nuggets in the next one. Alright? Cheery bye. Why isn't there a yes and? Yes and. Yes and how can I help you further? Yes and what do you want me to do? Yes and how many days am I going to be missing for? Battle Butler, yes, of course. You know I am more than willing to allow you to murder people on my behalf, but you have to be wearing that outfit. It's now in your contract.